Hey, what's going on guys? Edward here with another DJI Mavic 2 Pro video. Today's video will be a little bit different because I will not be showing you guys any tutorials per se, but I will be showing you guys the unboxing experience of the Mavic 2 Pro and showing you all the key components that you need to know before going on your first Mavic 2 Pro mission. So without any further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. Alright guys, so let's open this box. Imagine something else is in here. So I ordered an extra battery because these run out quickly. It was with a micro SD card that is also an additional cost, and I got 128 gigabytes. Put that right here. Here's the drone itself. Move that. All right, let's get right in it. Okay guys, so as you can immediately tell, no you can't because it's overexposed. Okay guys, so as you can immediately tell, the first advertisement that DJI puts on their Mavic 2 Pro box is the Hasselblad 1-inch sensor, which is the biggest sensor on the Mavic so far, as well as 4K and 10-bit HDR video, which is quite extraordinary, and omnidirectional obstacle sensing, which is the 10 sensors that come on the drone, as well as 31 minutes flight time, which is absolute bullcrap in my opinion, but it can be that if you're just hovering for 31 minutes. Maximum speed, 72 kilometers per hour. And let's get right into the box. It smells like new drone. Okay, so let's get right into the box guys. So we have our drone here, which I'm just gonna set apart quickly, and our remote controller I'm gonna put right here. Let's see what's in these little boxes first and foremost so we can get to the fun stuff at the end. So we get our 2 joysticks here, which go in the remote here. And then here we have a USB-C to USB-C cable. Then we have another USB-A to USB-A again. I think they're called USB-A, I'm not too sure. They're just the Samsung chargers, the universal ones. And then here we have a USB 3 to USB-C, which can be used to retrieve your files from your drone after a whole day of shooting, even though I highly discourage getting your files like that, and I will get into that why later. Put that aside. Let's see what's in this little box. Here we have propellers. All right. So I suggest guys, if this is your first time opening a drone, to read these manuals, or otherwise you can just find these manuals on DJI's website. I've owned quite a couple of drones, so I don't need to read these right now, but I suggest you guys read them if it's your first time. Last little box guys, and we can get to the fun stuff here. Here we have our charger for our drone, right here. And this wire can be used right here to put the battery right on it in order to charge it. Otherwise, you can buy the hub, which you put this in the hub, and then the hub can charge your battery. So let's put this aside. And what the hell is this? Okay, yeah. This is the wire that goes in the hub, right there. This goes right in here, so you can connect it to the wall. Put that aside as well. Don't need this knife anymore. Okay, so that's everything that's in the box. So I suggest guys to not destroy this box and to actually preserve it so that when you guys go and sell your drone, you can sell it for a couple $100s more just because you are providing the like new feeling. So let's put that away. And here's a drone. So the first thing I would suggest doing guys is grabbing your propellers. So DJI provides you with 2 sets of propellers and 1 spare. So let's put the spare one on this side. And note guys that you can't just put these propellers on the drone however you'd like. There's a specific way in fact to do so, and I'll show you how to right now. Okay, so as you can tell, there is no circle here and there's a circle here. What that means is that these are designated to go on the motors where you can see the white outline on the sides. So white outline here means white outline here. So let's open up the drone. Legs out first, turn around, rear legs out, just like so, and then turn around. Okay, so again, there's no white outline right here, and there's no white outline here. Therefore, I can go down, make sure that the ledges here attach, and then spin, and it's locked into place. This one has the white outline, just like this one. So I can go ahead and put this here, push down, spin the motor, and it's attached. So I'm just gonna do that for these last 2. Spin, attached, and then the last one. Insert, spin, and it's sealed. All right, so now we can remove this. So in this case, guys, I have 2 batteries, and that's probably the first thing that I would get you guys doing is to charge your batteries in order to get started as soon as possible. So guys, in order to check your battery levels, all you need to do is just click once and it will show you the amount of power that it has. Now in this case, this drone is totally new, so they're completely discharged, and therefore you need to charge them before you're able to do anything. So in order to charge your batteries, you're gonna plug this into the wall and plug this part of the charger right into your battery, just like so. And then if you turn around here, you will see that there's another micro USB here, which is used to charge your remote controller. So this little hub here can charge one of your batteries as well as your controller at the same time. So if you grab your controller here, you just unplug this side here and plug this micro USB right in there. And that's how your batteries and remote controller are gonna charge. So the Mavic 2 Pro was the obvious choice for me because I am a professional cinematographer, and a 1-inch sensor is the obvious choice when it comes to low light and high dynamic range situations. Now let's unfold the camera here, and we can see this beautiful camera that produces incredible images, up to 24 megapixels of photography and 4K at 30 frames per second. So this drone is extremely awesome because it comes with LED lights right here that help you land in low light situations. So this drone comes with a micro SD card slot right here and a remote linking button on the other side. The drone also comes with a 3rd slot now, and it comes with a USB-C slot, so you can retrieve your data with a USB-C wire, even though I strongly discourage doing that. Do not, in my opinion, transfer your data from your drone with this wire. I would always remove the micro SD card from the drone, because if you're transferring data from your drone, it requires the battery to be on. If the battery is on, that simply means that the battery can simply die on you, especially after you used it to fly all day. So if you're transferring data when your battery is on, it could die and you could either lose all the footage that was transferring or also lose it from your micro SD card. That is an extremely rare case, but it is possible nonetheless. So let's get back to this drone in a second. I want to talk about the remote controller. Now this remote controller is not too different from the previous DJI Mavic Pro. However, this comes with detachable joysticks, which can be extremely efficient for a portability standpoint, or it can be an extreme pain in the ass. It can be a pain in the ass because when you screw and unscrew over and over and over again every single day for years, your remote controller is going to become uncalibrated every time that you boot it up. If you want to learn more about uncalibrated remote controller, click on the eye in the corner right here, and I go in depth on how to solve this issue in 2 easy steps. We now also get sport mode, positioning mode, and tripod mode. This is extremely easy because in the previous remote controller you had to go into settings to choose your drone speed, but now you can quickly switch between all the speed with this quick toggle. I find this extremely fast and efficient because I like to boot up my drone and quickly and efficiently, either in sport mode and positioning mode, to go to my A point so I can set up my shot, and then I can quickly go in tripod mode to get a nice smooth aerial shot. Now this is a question that I get quite often, and it's people that are trying to fly their Mavic with their iPads, and that is totally doable. Maybe it's not the most efficient way in terms of portability, but it is doable and it should be able to work. So in such case, you're gonna have to use this USB 3 port right in the middle here. Now, people find that connecting the USB 3 port here to an iPad doesn't work, and there's a simple reason why that is, because this needs to be unplugged. I know it seems extremely counterintuitive and extremely simple, but that is the sole reason your iPad is not connecting to your remote controller. Now guys, I just want to give you quick little tips that will help you in the long run, and it will help you avoid these little mistakes that I've made that can potentially ruin your drone after a year or two. So I've seen many people put their batteries in their drones like this. They just drop it in and then they push down like that. Now the more you do that, the harder it is to keep on pushing that battery down, and after a couple months you're gonna have to put more and more and more pressure. Every time you put more pressure in this center of gravity here, you are bending these legs, and that is extremely bad for the drone because the drone comes with these little fiber strings right here. This is manual focus, so you probably can't see them, but this is not something you want to do. So the solution is quite simple. Put the battery in, drop it in, then grab the stomach like underneath it, and then with the thumb you just click it in like that, and that will avoid bending these legs, which could potentially snap off one day, or it'll just not let your drone perform as well as it could with perfectly firm legs. So let's talk about this amazing camera, guys. So this camera, as I already stated, comes with a 1-inch sensor. This is amazing for low light. With a smaller sensor than this, like the DJI Mavic Air 2 or the DJI Mavic Mini, you get a small sensor that in low light will produce extremely noisy images. That is because the sensor is not big enough and it's not able to pick up as much information to adapt to the low light conditions. As well as a 1-inch sensor, this camera also comes with an adjustable aperture, and that is amazing for cinematographers. It hasn't been seen in a Mavic yet, and that is again why I chose to go with the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. And within this drone, there's also the feature to shoot in H.265 codec. This allows you to shoot in D-Log-M, which is a flat picture profile that allows you to shoot with 4 times more information and dynamic range than your regular Mavic Air 2 or Mavic Mini or any of the other Mavic line. Click in the eye in the corner here if you want to learn more about D-Log-M and how to set up your settings accordingly. So this is quite important, guys. The adjustable aperture on your Hasselblad camera does reduce the need for ND filters. However, if you have this amazing piece of technology right here, you're probably going to want to take advantage of the intelligent flight modes, which you can also check out right here. I go in depth on every single intelligent flight mode. But these are the ND filters, and let me show you. I bought these separately a couple months ago, and it's quite easy to set them up actually. Let me just show you real quick. So what I do usually is when I'm on the field, I put the drone like this on my foot, or on my boot, should I say. And what I do is, when it's balanced like this, I put my palm right here, and then I grab the camera like such. Now the camera is firm, and I'm not gonna feel like I'm pulling the gimbal out of the drone. So now I just squeeze the camera, and then just turn, and that's it. That's out. And all I'm gonna do is literally just take one of these ND filters out, do the same thing, place it like that, and then push down and turn clockwise. So I'm gonna put back my original. So I'm gonna push down, spin anti-clockwise, push down and spin clockwise. And that's it. I completely understand people who are afraid to change ND filters because it does feel kind of sketchy, but trust me, DJI knows that people are not that delicate with things, and I'm sure they made sure to not allow the gimbal to break so easily. Alright guys, so I just charged my battery a little bit here. As you can see, I'm 3/4 charged. I'm going to attach my phone to the controller. And this is the final step before you can actually go out and fly. So all you have to do is just turn on your controller, unlock your phone and open the DJI Go 4 app. Once that's open, just turn on your drone. Alright, so you are going to see here a activation button. And it clearly states here to remove the gimbal protector before activating. In my case, it's already removed. So I can click on next, and DJI requests access to your DJI device hardware information. Authorize, accept and agree. And in this case, that is not my name anymore, so I will just put Edward Figura, Mavic 2. There's a little space there, and continue. Control mode, set a customized mode later. Mode 2 recommended. Interesting, so this is my first time buying a Mavic 2 in a couple of years. So what I notice here is that DJI is now offering the option to set up modes before you set up your drone. So apparently the default control stick mode is mode 2, and that is the one that I think we're all familiar with. So I'm going to stick with that and continue. Hopefully when I tell it to go down, it doesn't go right. So let's continue there as well. Yep, all that, blah, blah, blah. It tells you what everything means, which is pretty cool because that's not what they did previously. So continue there. So now it's asking you to choose your preferred measurement system, and I'm gonna stick with metric. Continue. Beginner mode, sure, continue. That is at my email, yep. Synchronizing, and now I can activate. Please restart your aircraft to complete activation. Let's do exactly that. Successfully activated. So there's an academy now, which is quite cool, and there's a flight simulator. Wow. Let's not get into that right now. I'm gonna skip, and you are all ready to go. It is that easy to unbox and set up your Mavic. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I know there's a lot of you out there who are questioning whether to get a Mavic 2 Pro or a Mavic down the line, but I can assure you that the Mavic 2 Pro comes with the most advanced features on any of the Mavics. If you're interested at all in purchasing a Mavic 2 Pro, I always have a link down below in the description for you to go check out to read more information about it. Again, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.